Ash Wednesday marks the beginning of Lent, a 40-day journey leading up to Easter. It is a time of repentance, fasting and prayer, reminding us to turn our hearts back to God. But where does this tradition come from? Now, let's journey back through the Bible to understand the meaning of ashes and repentance. In the city of Nineveh, Jonah was seen walking around, raising his hand and saying, 40 more days and the city of Nineveh will be destroyed. The people stopped and whispered to each other, worried. The news spread quickly, reaching the palace where the king sat on his throne. The king stood, removed his royal robe, and put on sackcloth, a rough, uncomfortable fabric. He walked outside and sat down in ashes, a sign of humility and sorrow. When the people of Nineveh heard Jonah's warning, they believed God's message. The king himself humbled himself, removing his royal robe and sitting in ashes. He declared a fast and told everyone to turn from their wicked ways. The act of repentance pleased God, and because they truly turned from their sins, He showed them mercy and did not destroy their city. The ashes were a sign of their sorrow, a reminder of how fragile human life is, and a way to seek God's forgiveness. In the book of Job, we see another example. Job was a righteous man, but after suffering great loss and hardship, he humbled himself before God. He prayed, saying, I despised myself and repent in dust and ashes. Throughout the Bible, ashes were used to express deep sorrow for sin, a way of showing God that a person was truly sorry and wanted to change. Jesus said, when you fast, do not look gloomy like the hypocrites, for they disfigure their faces to show others they are fasting. But when you fast, anoint your head and wash your face, so that your fasting may not be seen by others, but by your Father in heaven. Jesus smiled gently at his followers, teaching them that repentance is not about showing off, but about truly changing the heart. Jesus reminded his disciples that repentance is not for show. It is something we do to grow closer to God, not to impress others. Remember, you are dust, and to dust you shall return. Today, Christians receive ashes on their foreheads on Ash Wednesday as a sign of repentance. The ashes reminds us of our mortality, that life on earth is temporary, and that we must turn our hearts towards God. But Ash Wednesday is not just about the ashes. It is about turning away from sin, growing closer to God, and preparing our hearts for Easter, when we celebrate Jesus' victory over sin and death. Lord, help us to turn away from sin and draw closer to you during this season of Lent. Guide us and prepare our hearts for the joy of Easter. Turn away from sin and believe in gospel. Ash Wednesday is a reminder to seek God with all our hearts. Let's walk this journey of Easter with faith, humility, and love. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe for more Bible stories. Thank you for watching. May God bless you.